Kathleen, as a professional researcher, what do you see as the greatest potential for MBIs in addressing water quality issues in the Great Barrier Reef?
I think there's several benefits and potential benefits of MBIs, and one of them has been just giving some certainty around the investment and where it's going. So we're learning so much about MBIs now that we're able to follow them through policy, through a development phase, through to implementation and evaluation, and see that what they are delivering, and also use that information to plan for another round or to extend the program. So I think that perhaps one of the greatest things about the MBIs themselves is that they've been a way of unlocking some of the strict rules around grant schemes and some of the more regulated approaches, because we don't necessarily know what change we want to see until we start seeing some change. And so by having pilot programs that have delivered some results, we've got much more certainty about what is possible.
How might MBIs fit within the broad spectrum of social and economic approaches to managing water quality in the Great Barrier Reef?
Well, I think MBIs are undoubtedly an important tool in a toolbox, and in that policy toolbox there'll be other tools as well, regulations and so on. You know, we've just been discussing in my session about changing lease agreements and things like that. So there are a number of different tools that we can use to manage water quality. What I see as one of the benefits of the MBIs is that we are basically using the same social and economic information base. So if we can get a baseline understanding of the social and economic conditions, then we need specific and particular information to run an MBI program. But the information coming out of an MBI program then helps to inform that broader social and economic understanding of the catchments and the area, so that then we can target more specifically. So the next your next policy tool might not be necessarily an MBI, but you've learned so much from that you can then put it back in the mix and say, right, we'll bring that information back to a well, we've got a social and economic monitoring framework for the GBR. So by feeding that information back into the framework, then using that information to get the best policy mix for the sorts of results we want to achieve.